Hello, hello, chick, chick, chick. How's it going? So yeah, it's the new year, or at least it's 13 days into the new year. That's insane. It's, wow. Okay. So yeah, it's been a while since we've done one of these videos. For those of you who are figuring out what the heck is going on here, yeah, this is one of those videos that I do to keep myself, keep myself and the rest of you guys updated on, the goings on of the channel, what projects are going to happen, and just in general, any potential thoughts regarding current events or anything like that. Just me rambling off and hopefully getting something out there to appease the algorithm. Okay, so first thing I kind of want to go into is so, as you've noticed in recent days, I've kind of slowed down on the Need for Speed gameplay videos. It's, well, I'll be honest, it's kind of getting to the point where, I don't know, I'm just not getting as much enjoyment as I thought I would. At least in the story mode. You go into the multiplayer mode, yeah, it's all fun and games. It's fun as heck, man. But I don't know, the story just seems, at least gameplay wise, a little tedious. So, but a lot of probably the I put out a poll. Only one person voted, and they voted to finish the story at least. So you know you know pod in raise no quitters. So yeah, I guess we're gonna finish the story at least. Probably gonna have to do a little bit do the editing a little bit different, or else we'll have like 20 videos of gameplay, and I'll be honest, I can't make that many thumbnails. At least unique thumbnails. So yeah, we're probably gonna have to consolidate some of the, like, instead of doing 1 day per video, we're probably gonna have to do 1 week per video, something like that. Anyways, as for my actual strategy on playing the game, because yes, I'm kind of do think about it. I'm kind of thinking of maybe getting in game getting the Mustang, and then after that getting the GT40. Probably. I don't know why my brain goes into Ford territory, but I don't know. It's like those are the cars I like. Like you guys, I don't know. Some of you probably know a video that I posted. It just got a while ago. Back in 2020. I pretty much delisted it at this point. Not because I'm ashamed of it. I mean, I think part of me is like I'll be honest. I've had family members who saw this and were like, "Oh my god, I didn't think this guy had it in him to make a video like that." So it got some attention from family members, and it was regarded positively. But considering Ford has already made their decision, and quite frankly, I don't think we're gonna make that much of it. It was a long shot, but yeah. Besides, I think compared to the Cybertruck, I think the Ford's EV truck is honestly not that bad. I don't know. Point is, I know it's probably gonna be in the mode of a hypocrite. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe just I kind of just gave up on that. Plus, there's other stuff going on right now that, frankly, it just seems like ancient history. At least it's been 5 years, and it may seem like not a lot has changed, but I think things have changed just enough, or to the point where we can kind of inch it the rest of the way on the finish line. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Maybe that's just maybe I shouldn't record at around 11 p.m. at night. Then again, it's like I've been having a few issues here and there. So, anyways, one of my goals, at least for now is to finish the Need for Speed gameplay videos and probably get into other games. Either something on the Switch or something on the PS5. Because guess what? I got a PS5 now. So you can probably guess what kind of games I'm going to play after that. But hey, maybe if the Switch 2 comes out this year, I'll probably get that and see what games Nintendo's got lined up for it. God, I hope Nintendo has something lined up for it. Or maybe it's just going to be all backwards compatibility after that. I don't know. So, as I mentioned earlier, New Year, and you know what that means? New Year's resolutions. So, I'm probably going to list out a couple of resolutions here myself. And while and when I put these up, this is just sort of something to put as long-term goals, something that I expect to do this year. When I've already made steps to go in there, and some of this is a little bit more. Some of these are a little bit more hopeful than anticipated, and some things are a little bit more ambitious. But regardless, I'm gonna go ahead and say my New Year's resolutions right now. Okay, so first obvious one is has to be to finish the book, like get it ready for print and promote it, which honestly I definitely want to do. Like yeah, I've been working for maybe 6 years, and only now am I just getting the book ready to print. So um, you can kind of imagine, just how much time it goes into, writing a book, and that's just one book. All right, I have plans for like at least four more. But yeah, I'm guessing once I get this book, the rest are gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be more smooth sailing after that. Gotta make the initial investment. Anyway, so once I do actually get the book to print, get it ready for retail sale, I of course want to, put up some ads, get some booktubers to review it. Which, by the way, if there's one thing I noticed on Bluesky, it's that a lot of people are really into books. So that's good. I can probably find some connections there. Anyways, in terms of YouTube reviewers, I already have a couple of people in mind. Crimson Rogue, he's been going through some slop. James Tuos, I don't know if you guys know him. I think he seems pretty good. And of course, a couple of the a couple of the car guys on YouTube, obviously. I think James Pumphrey is now doing. He suggested making a book club. So I already got my suggestion. And of course, I kind of want to see if I can, maybe get into the convention circuit. Maybe see if I can go to, you know, other conventions like Comic Con or MomoCon or or AX or any of those others, and see if I can promote my stuff there. Maybe see if I can find a parking spot at Formula Drift events. And I don't know, maybe if I'm really ambitious, probably create a promo car. It would have to be either a Corolla GTS from the 80s or the GR86 from the modern day. One of the two is a promo car. Okay. Now, how am I going to be able to do all of that? Well, obviously, this is where the next one comes in. Take more control of my finances. Basically, control how much have a little bit more control over what I spend, you know, on daily stuff, you know, try to schedule things more. I've actually realized it's cheaper to, cook at home than it is to eat out. At least as long as you know how to proportion yourself. Like, think about it. I mean, I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, of course, it kind of helps if you know how to cook various other dishes. So, that's something to keep in mind for anyone who is thinking of taking more control of the money. Also, probably find more ways to make money. You know, that's how it works. Also, probably something I should mention. I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm just gonna say, Twitter artists in general, or any artists who I interact with on social media. Um, this might be the point where I'm gonna tighten my belt. If I've worked with you before, and just now you realize, hey, why isn't this guy, commission me a little bit more? It has nothing to do with you, and everything to do with my dumbass self, because I still need to take more control of my money, and it's like I get it. There might be the temptation to maybe lower the price of your art, but I'm at least of the believer where it's like, what the artist determines how much their uh their art is worth, and they can determine it a number of ways. Like if you think your art is worth more than the PS5, that's fine. All right, that's good for you. All right, but just you know, not everyone can get a PS5, and not everyone can make those kinds of payments. So, like, there's a reason why for a while art was considered a luxury item and not an essential. Just something to keep in mind. All right, like I'm not saying lower your prices for the benefit of me, but just understand I might not be the right client. That is just it. All right, it's possible that I am just a douchebag. All right. Like I could go ahead and show you guys my bank account, but honestly, I think it would just give everyone depression, or it would just be another thing the Pentagon. Oh, dumb Gen Zers can't control the fucking money. Look, all right, most of that went in the freaking community college. All right, that's why I'm still indebted. But yeah, I want to have a little bit more, make a bigger dent, just so I can actually get better essentials. Because I'll be honest, if it weren't for the situation I'm in, I'd probably end up being homeless. Like I'm still paying for like electricity, gas, internet, all the bills. The only thing I'm not paying for is rent. And honestly, if I was paying that, I'd probably end up being on the street pretty soon. So there's that to consider. Anyways, so yeah, like I said, if I stop commissioning artists, that's why. But I still wanna, help our other artists. So I don't know. Like I said, I'll probably mention their names later, but I just don't want to cause any more drama than is necessary. Well, actually, I'd rather not cause any drama at all. Let me paraphrase it like that. All right. But yeah, if you're an artist and basically, if you're an artist, charge what you think your art is worth. I'll be honest. I'll put up my commission sheet I had for a while now. I'll just say, if you're asking why am I putting those prices, those are based more around A, my skill, and B, the opportunity costs, i.e., it's like if you commission me for this, I'm basically not going out there in an Uber car and taking, ride shares. So, you know, like I said, that's based on how much I make on Uber. So, you know, 1 hour of driving or 2 hours working on artwork here. You know, that's just something to consider. Anyways, also I probably have more plans to travel a bit more. As I mentioned before, I do want to, get a promo car, and when I'm saying when I finish my book and get a couple of copies that I can sell personally, you know, with the signature and all. I kind of want to just get a promo card so that way I can just drive to events and sell it there. You know, just have something to sort of get people hyped about reading the book. You know, Also, I kind of hope to plan. I kind of hope to be able to fly to a certain Central American country so that I may visit a certain family member of the maternal type. Because, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen my mom. And just to put into perspective how long it's been, I haven't seen her since Call of Duty Black Ops 2 came out. Or maybe not Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts. I haven't seen her since Ghosts came out. So, yeah, think of the time frame there. Like, that's a long ass time not seeing your mother. You know? Like, this is more of a, I don't know, a psychiatric expedition, I suppose. Like, this is something that needed to happen eventually. I don't know. Yeah, it's been a while. You know, I cried when Ford versus Ferrari came out. And the reason I cried is because, well, okay, so if you don't know the story of how, spoiler alert, but honestly, you can probably just look it up on Google. It's been a while since that movie came out, but long story short, so it kind of ends with, if you know the story of the Ford Le Mans team of '66, then you kind of know that Ken Miles was kind of gypped out of a victory because of some technicality, because of something the Ford guys wanted to do, and they kind of accepted it. Their mentality was like, all right, better luck next year. We'll win Le Mans for sure next year. But in between within in between '66 and '67, Ken Miles died in the middle of I think it was a training or a manufacturing something. Point is, he died during a crash. And of course, there's always that question of what if, like what if he actually survived? Would he have won the next year? That kind of thing. Where it's just like it's kind of gives you the feeling of a broken promise, and it's like I don't know, somewhere around that time. I think the way I remember it is the last thing I ever said to my grandfather, who lives in Mexico. The last thing I said to him was, "I'll see you soon," and he's dead now. Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And it's like I think yeah, it's like I think that's why I ended up crying in the theater. And like I said, I don't want to leave another empty promise here. And this is with my mother here. All right, so I feel like I need to, make this trip happen, or else I'm not gonna say I'm a terrible son, but it's just I don't want to leave another broken promise. So yeah, that's yeah. I apologize if I gave you guys that kind of. I don't know. I apologize for the emo dumping, but I feel like I need to get that off. Anyways, let's try something a little bit more lighthearted. Uh, giggity. Uh, lose weight. That's a popular one. Although I've noticed that I have been, a little bit healthier. I've been trying to eat a little bit better. Eat more salads, eat less bread, or at least the bread that I am getting, it's multigrain, so it's gonna help with that, with digestion, you know. And yeah, I've been feeling like I'm losing a little bit more weight. Uh, my muscles have kind of been atrophying a little bit, but I think they're starting to. I think they're starting to get the idea that I want them to grow thicker. Although I have noticed that it's kind of led to my body shape getting a little weird, because I kind of end up looking like a pear with two popsicle sticks for legs and arms. Like, you know, like my waist will be like my waistline compared to my stomach line is a little bit disproportionate. So maybe there's something. Maybe it just means I need to focus more on fat loss or something. This is kind of why I wanted to try the fitness boxing game featuring Hatsune Miku because I figured, you know what, Miku's already helped me out in other stuff. Might as well help me out in fitness. So there's that. Also, I kind of want to do more anime reviews because I know a lot of people really like this. I noticed like a pretty massive response when I did the Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian video. Like some people saw it as like the return of the king, and yeah, I honestly had some fun, making that video. It was good. So yeah, maybe I'll watch more anime. I'll see what catches my fancy. I heard some stuff about Blue Lock, so maybe I'll try watching that. I mean, we're getting close to another World Cup, so that'll be something that's interesting to watch. So, you know. Also, it says here on my notes, GF. I'm guessing, maybe try and get a girlfriend this year. But I don't know. I don't know. The dating scene is just absolutely messed up at this point. Like I've noticed, I've tried Hinge, the dating app, and all I can say is it's kind of weird that the people I end up getting matched with are like, you know, female professionals who are like, oh, they got a bachelor's in this, or they're like officer in that, and that kind of stuff. Like they're working for high-profile companies. Meanwhile, my ass is still just a courier that dropped out of community college. So I mean, I wouldn't mind being a house husband, but I don't think that's what they're looking for. You know, just something to throw out there. Okay, so that's my New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna try and wind this down now. So, anyways, I figured let's talk about something else. So, because I originally made this whole thing for talking about my book, what you've been seeing for a while is just what you guys have been seeing for a while is just me talking about. Is basically showing you that most of this is being done by hand, no AI at all. So you guys can kind of see now um, what I've been working on. Okay, so these are just the plans I have for. These are just the outlines I have set out for what I want to do for a cover for the book. So we have option number one, which is basically just basically a character split. Like one's gonna be daytime, one's gonna be nighttime. I figured I'd try something like that. Number two, is kind of a forced perspective kind of thing going on. I figured I'd try doing something like that. Um, Also, you notice right there on the hatch it says, those stickers that say "New driver, please be patient." I figured, just put that as a joke because while this character is still technically a newbie, they're definitely a lot more they're a lot more skilled than they appear. And the third one is what I like to call the Western book cover style, which is basically where it's just you have the main character and a background element and whatever, and for some reason the head's not being shown. Like this is normally where you'd have like a live action actor being put in there, maybe not an actor, a model. yeah, live action model in there, and then that's and then like like just I don't know. I kind of wanted to see if it works as a joke because I like making jokes. It's fun. Who said that? So yeah, that's just what I have going on. Anyways, so I kind of, or who knows? Maybe I'll go with an action shot or something. So that's what I have going on. You guys can tell me, what you guys think about those options. See which one speaks the most. Um, you know, I kind of want to see if people will actually prefer one or the other. That way I can. I'll be honest, because so during the whole process of getting a cover ready for the book, one of the things they say, of course, is hey. So I've been looking, on videos online. It's like, okay, hey, if you're writing a book, see if someone else made something similar, and see if you can get any cues from that. The problem is, you don't see a lot of racing in literature, so to speak. And let me just see if I can show you guys what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna try and see if I can Google, book covers here. Let's see. All right, give me a second. Should have planned this a little bit better. Okay, so here's the book "Crash Into You" by Katie McGarry. Yeah, and as you can probably tell, it's not exactly the vibe I'm trying to go with my book. Uh, yeah, it's very clearly much more geared towards romance than it is the actual racing. So that's just uh, that's just something I wanted to that's just something I wanted to point out. Again, nothing against people who like these kinds of books. I can understand it, but that's just not what I'm aiming for at all. But you can kind of see the appeal. You can kind of see, like I can kind of see why people might be interested in something like that. So this is Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. Oh my God, that is an unfortunate title. That is an unfortunate name. But yeah, basically it's a little bit closer to what I'm looking for. But as you can see, it's basically just a picture of a house on a highway. All I can say about this, it's basically about a guy who is running short on money and needs to basically partner up with an old friend who kind of screwed him over in a heist. But they apparently said, "Oh, it's gonna be right this time. It's gonna be go right this time." Yeah, I could try and guess, see if it actually goes well. Like I said, it's actually pretty good. Like I haven't gotten to read the whole book, but I'll say this: it's interesting. It's got enough drama going for it that like I'll say this: this is a positive recommend for me. So yeah, So I don't know. It's a good book. So if you guys get a chance to read this, I'd say go for it. But yeah, as you can see in terms of cover, it's not. It's a little wanting, at least in my opinion. Or you wouldn't even notice notice what the book is about here. And then of course we have The Art of Racing in the Rain, which this is by the way, this just became for those of you wondering what this book is about, it's basically a dog's purpose crossed with Ford versus Ferrari. So yeah, you can like the dog's name is Enzo, so you can probably see what it's about. But long story short, this is the cover that they made after the movie came out. This is because they did turn this into a movie, and this is the original cover, just the dog. And it's like I get it. I mean, who doesn't like dogs? I love dogs. I'm still holding on to my old dog, even though long pass. Rest in peace, Napoleon. But yeah, it's like you'd think maybe since endurance racing does sort of pertain to the book, maybe put in something that suggests that. No, we're just gonna focus on the dog. Okay, I guess that's what sells. You kind of see where I'm getting at, right? It's like we're not exactly. It's almost like, geez, it's almost like they avoid, you know, cars entirely. Unless it's like a romance novel. So I don't know. It's like I look at the art they made for the film Ford versus Ferrari, and I'm like, this is the kind of energy I might be looking for. Just with drifting instead of endurance racing. It's like this is kind of what I'm looking for. This is kind of what I want to go for because it looks cool. It immediately tells you what it's all about. It's freaking popping, freaking cool. It's like this is the energy I want. This is what I'm looking for. And it's like that's coming from a film. From the realm of video games, though, something like Need for like I don't know, like a lot of the inspiration for this comes from this Need for Speed, obviously. And so, that's where I'm getting my inspiration. Not from the literary world, but instead from freaking everything else. From video games and movies. So, I don't know. That's kind of what I want to try with. That's kind of what I've been doing with. That's kind of where my brain's been at when it comes to the cover for the book. So, there it is. That's kind of what I've had. That's kind of what I've been thinking about. That's kind of what I've had going on here. I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys think these would work for a novel? Do you guys think I might be in the wrong business? Do you guys think I should probably commission someone else to make a better cover? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the yibbity yib down below. And yeah, that's all I've really got for you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do the things that the algorithm likes me telling you to do. And yeah, let me know what you guys think overall. I think that's all I got for you guys today. So until next time, this is me saying thank you for being smart. Sayonara.